I'm Nadia.
And I'm Asaf. And
welcome to The Reluctant Bar.
Is this seat taken?
I can buy my own drinks, thank you very much.
I know you can buy your own drinks. I just wanted an excuse to talk to you.
What about?
I don't know. Really anything. Where does your family come from?
Well, that can be a sensitive topic for some.
Well,
I don't really come from anywhere.
Well, how can that be?
Well, I don't see the point in telling a stranger the history of my family, especially when it doesn't affect me nowadays in this ambiguous world.
Sorry if that's a sensitive topic for you. But you could be from the daughter of an elite or even a refugee. The possibilities are endless.
Why would you care? Isn't my identity accumulation of my personal experiences and not of my parents or grandparents?
Well, you certainly aren't the first person to resist this conversation.
And you certainly aren't the first person to dodge a question of mine.
Wow, I like them feisty.
Are we almost done here?
Wait! Stay for a few minutes, and then you can go, and we won't speak of this again.
Fine. You have 5 minutes, and we can talk about whatever, but you have to promise to answer my questions, too.
So, what was it that you were saying about identity?
Well, I just think that my experiences are separate from everyone else's, and family ties can bend and break.
Don't you feel a commitment to your family, to your culture?
What culture? I come from nowhere. I ended up nowhere.
Sorry, that's not possible.
Yes, it is.
You're literally wrong.
No, I'm not.
You have to be from somewhere. Like me, I'm from Afghanistan, proudly Pashtun.
Why do you choose to identify yourself so specifically when everyone around you has no cultural barriers?
I feel it's important to preserve, okay?
But there aren't separate cultures anymore, ever since the war and influx of refugees. One of which, mind you, was me.
I didn't realize you weren't a native.
Is anyone?
Incoming news from Channel 6. They're getting heated with the Obama-Bezos conflict. Here are some words from the current ambassador, Barack Obama. Where has our humanity gone? Our nations don't need to be separate. We should abolish all borders. It is already happening in our households and cities. People are traveling internationally now more than ever, and we need to support this fluid and changing world.
And from the opposing side, current President Jeff Bezos. My administration is seeking to preserve the capitalist entrepreneur experience of purely American culture. Enough with this cultural fluidity nonsense. Thank you for tuning into Channel 6. These are all the updates we have on the conflict.
So, to lighten up the mood, why would someone so gorgeous cover up with their beauty with those drab colors and long robes?
I don't like to belong to a specific culture.
Here we go again. But belonging to a culture is your identity.
I don't necessarily agree with that. In this day and age, people are moving so much that they carry pieces of their identity with them everywhere.
If we keep spreading cultures like wildfires, won't we lose track of who we actually are?
For some, being from a place isn't who you are. It's only a slight piece of you, and I don't feel any less myself by not knowing my true roots.
Do you think if you knew where you were actually from, you'd feel more connected to a certain culture?
Not at all. Everywhere I've been, there's always been something that I feel personally connected to, whether or not it's where I'm from. People constantly move and bring their ideas with them, so what's the point of staying in one place if you can actually have more knowledge about places or beliefs beyond you?
I initially became part of the Taliban so I could purify and return Afghanistan to its original state. The Pashtuns need to be returned to full purity.
How can you think with such a narrow mind? It doesn't get you anywhere.
How can you seriously believe that mixing culture is so beneficial to everyone?
And you think I'm in the wrong. Oh my God.
Come on now, don't get mad at me again.
Never, I tell you, would I listen to a man like you.
Just think about if cultures were completely closed off and people would be fully immersed where they actually belong.
There is no belonging. People don't need to belong. Why can't we just exist? You're not listening to me.
People do need to belong, though. We all belong somewhere.
Why can't you get this through your thick skull?
We should do this again sometime.
Agree to disagree? Yeah. That part.
Hands are tired.
And that's all, folks.